So let's talk about Gotham Knights. Just so you guys know, I will be doing a Let's Play of the game on the channel, as well as on release day on Friday. Should be doing a co-op stream at 8 p.m. with one of my buddies, so stay tuned for that. So ever since the locked 30 FPS announcement for the consoles on the 14th, everyone's been pretty up in arms about the game. I saw a poll on Twitter showing that this announcement was a deal breaker for about 21% of people who engaged in the poll. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments and let's talk about it. So for me, I guess I'm okay with it. I mean, the two games that come to mind that are fantastic, even though they are at 30 FPS, are Bloodborne and Red Dead Redemption 2. Obviously, it's nice to have a high frame rate and be able to push the limits of your new gen console and a high-end TV. I do have to laugh about people who say they can't tell the difference between 30 and 60 FPS. I certainly can, and I'm visually handicapped, so take that, and think about it. I've been saying to everyone since first saw gameplay of the game that something looked off. The game just didn't wow me, and the combat looked a little clunky. I'm not sure if this is because of the 30 FPS, but I won't know until I'm actually playing the game. It could also be that I saw, some gameplay of Red Hood, and being a big, brutish character, the gameplay just could have looked clunky because he's kind of lumbering around and whatnot. But I don't know. It's also funny that PC players are laughing because of the 30 FPS on consoles, but I don't know. They shouldn't. They should kind of hold their breath. Who knows? It could be a giant mess on PC, considering the PC requirements are kind of steep, but we'll see. And this may be the issue. Think of the statements that were made on by the studio on the 14th. They said that because of untethered co-op experience, they couldn't achieve a higher frame rate or lower resolution and raise the frame rate. So take Elden Ring for an example. When you co-op, you can only go certain places and a certain amount of distance from each other. And these things are done server side. So it sounds like an excuse on their part, but it could very well be the case. I'm just trying to think of this. I'm an IT engineer, so I'm certainly not a game developer, but on the engineering side of things, I'm trying to think of things of why they said what they did and why they did what they did from an engineering perspective. Who knows? Maybe a patch will come down the line, but it's just kind of funny that they dropped the last gen console release, but they can't achieve a higher frame rate. Anyway, who are you guys going to be playing as? Let's quickly go over the characters. Robin focuses on stealth gameplay thanks to his numerous gadgets and that can distract and confuse enemies. This would be the perfect character to choose if you want to do a stealth playthrough in the game. He apparently has the invisibility suit that he can walk by enemies, or he has a stun shot that can momentarily blind enemies. As for Batgirl, she has balanced playstyle, allows her to excel at both melee combat and stealth combat. Those who played Arkham games, her gameplay will closely resemble Batman's. She looks to have a blend of stealth and melee, including a swarm of bats, a drone, and batarangs. As for Red Hood, he relies more on his physical strength to take out enemies with his guns, be used for crowd control. It allows for a pretty versatile style of gameplay. Keep in mind though, he's not easily moving around the battlefield. Nightwing bounces around the battlefield, inflicting quick damage to multiple enemies, making him a harder target and the best option for taking on large groups of enemies. He has skills centered around being the team leader, such as laying down a field that buffs all allies and heals over time. The developers said that there will be no shortage of Easter eggs in the game, so it'll be exciting going around trying to find all those. I'm excited for the game despite all the controversy, and I hope you guys are too. Let me know in the comments how you feel, what's going on, and we'll have a chat. Stay tuned to the channel for more Gotham Knights content. Hope you're doing well. Stay tuned. More coming at you. Take care.